Elephants, weapon of war. Elephant as tanks. Elephants were considered to be a weapon of war in Assam because their force was almost equivalent to that of a modern tank. Elephants were native. Since horses were mostly imported from Central Asia and Arabia, the kings of Assam preferred elephants which were both native and in abundance in the forests. Elephants, the royal animal. Elephants had the royal seal engraved on them. Officers were appointed to look after their maintenance. These animals were stationed at the capital and kept ready at strategic places for defense purposes. When mounted with heavy artillery, these elephants would also serve as an improvised fortress for the enemy. Training the elephant. This had two processes, the Khera operation and the other, the Mela operation. In the Khera operation, embankments were built in elephant corridors. Then a trained female elephant would be used to attract the herd of elephants into the embankment, where they were tied with ropes and trained. This process would take up to 6 months. In the Mela operation, the Mahout would take 1 or 2 female elephants near a wild herd and try to capture the young ones with the noose. Sometimes, ramparts called Hathi Ghar were created to drive elephants from the hills to the plains. Elephants during the Ahom era. In that era, a king's first task was to choose an elephant for himself. In fact, a book on elephants which contains a mass of information like the modes of training and care, their ailments and treatment, and even the methods of constructing their stables and making ropes to tie them had been compiled by Sukumar Barkat. This book was called Hasti Vidyarnava. The Ahoms wrote this book with illustrations, keeping elephants in check on the battlefield. In a battlefield amidst chaos and loud noise, elephants would get unruly, so the Ahoms would feed them a herbal medicine called sarfil, so that they would become mad and ferocious. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Assamese love their elephants, and they form a big part of our history and culture even today.